Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. I hope you're still there. We're telling you, your followers, that you're live. Is it live now, Marnie?
Yes.
Okay. So, sorry guys, don't know what happened there. So, so it's about the connection of mind, body and soul. Is it fine now?
Is anybody watching?
Yeah. It's about the connection of mind, body and soul. Now, what we say in Ayurveda is we are the ones who are responsible for our well-being. At the moment, you can see that the NHS is really stressed and they have a lot on. And the NHS is there for emergencies. They are not there for the common cold. They are not there when we feel a little bit sad. That's for us to figure out. And you are your own best practitioner. So what Ayurveda teaches you is how to be in tune with your mind and body, how to know when you're not feeling right, and then what to do about it. And that's now, but how do you know what your mind body type is and when it's not quite right? Well, again, in Ayurveda, we say that we are all made of the elements. So all of us are the same as nature out there. Some of us have you ever described a friend of yours as a fiery character? So you are describing their elemental makeup, or you might describe somebody as a very grounded person. Again, you're describing an earth quality that they have in them.
Can you ping your brand's name?
Morley Rituals. Yeah, Morley Rituals. I don't know how to ping it, man. I don't know if my son can help you there. But you'll find everything on Look Fantastic. And it's wonderful to be on Look Fantastic. So, but we're called Morley Rituals. And you can go there to do a dosha test, which I'm going to talk about next, to learn a little bit more about your elemental makeup. Okay, so all things are connected, and some of us have more of an air quality. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about is the quality that is most predominant in your body, the quality that you were born with. Let's liken it to a horoscope. You would say, I'm a Virgo, and therefore I am XYZ. And that's a very elementary way of looking at you. And even the doshas are an elementary way of looking at you, but they're one way. So we would say, I have a more air quality. So let's talk about people who have an air quality, how to recognize them, what traits they have, and how to know when they are off balance. So these people in Ayurveda we call Vata dosha. Vata, it's air, right? So Vata people, it's everything to do with the nervous system. Anything in the body that controls movement and nerve endings is controlled by Vata in our body. We all have that in us, but some have more than others. So how do you know a Vata person? Vata people generally are very creative people. They think very fast. They talk very fast. They're quick to learn. They skip from one topic to another. You'll find I do that sometimes because they're always moving on to the next thing. And you can't get them to walk slowly. They're just on a mission. They're very, very creative people. So really good if they're working in an art studio or they're working in anything to do with creativity in a business. Now, they're very generous people, very vibrant, life and soul of the party. But when they're imbalanced, they can be quite forgetful. They can find their mind is very, very foggy and they can't string a sentence together. They can also become quite anxious. They can also find it difficult to fall asleep and find that they're quite achy. Now, a lot of us will be feeling this way at this time, but how you recognize that you're a true Vata, one is the description I gave you earlier, and two is physically, Vata people are quite thin. They have quite dry hair, they have quite dry skin, but quite predominant joints. That's how you kind of know that you are predominantly Vata. Now, what do you do about the fact that you're feeling anxious at this time? As I say, many of us are feeling anxious at this time. For a Vata person, it's really important to slow down because they are so fast. You need to just slow down. Focus on doing one thing at a time and go really easy on yourself. And when you're feeling that way, it's very important for a Vata person to eat warm foods. They get quite cold. Hands and feet and nose get quite cold on Vata. So what do you do when you go out in the cold and it's windy? You put on a jacket, right? So conversely, when you're at home, you want to eat warm foods. You do not want to eat cold foods because you're only going to add to that energy. So eat warm foods. Marnie, can you see questions? If you want to...
It's self-promotion.
Oh, it's self-promotion about your cartoons. Nice one, darling. Okay, well, I'll look at that later. So, so for Vata people, really important to eat warm foods and very nourishing soft foods. Nothing hard and nothing dry. So popcorn is not good for Vata type people. You want something quite oily in your body. And you want to, you find that you have quite bad mood swings if you're feeling imbalanced. You want to just do anything that will just calm you, like meditation is really good for you. And I'll show you a version of that later. And eat sweet, salty, sour food. So that's a Vata person. Then you have the person I was talking about who has the energy of air. Now these people are, physically these people tend to maybe have freckles, they may have red hair, quite light piercing eyes and quite piercing sharp features. Now these people are very, very smart, intelligent people who get the job done. They would be in positions of management. Now, the problem with these people at this time is that they're brilliant because they're focused and ambitious and sharp. They're going to find it quite hard to be at home not doing what they normally do because they're so go, go, go. So it's really important for these people they're so ambitious, and if they're not doing, they can get quite angry, quite heated. They're very hard on themselves when they're not in balance. Now, Pitta controls anything to do with the hormones, anything to do with the endocrine system, anything to do with digestion, metabolism, how we metabolize ideas and situations and thoughts, and they can find that quite tricky if they're out of balance. If they're in balance, amazing, they get the job done. If they're out of balance, they cannot forgive themselves for not getting the job done, and they can also become quite hard on other people. So for Pitta, they need to do the opposite to Vata because they get very heated. Pitta people will be like, they're all fine, everything is good, and suddenly they get angry out of nowhere. And that's because there's too much heat in the body. So what they need to do is to really cool down and have cooling foods, be out in the garden if you're lucky enough to have a garden, walk on the grass. If you don't have a garden, just make sure you take that walk that we're being recommended every day. Take in the fresh air and be in nature. It's really, really important for you to have compassion for yourself. And again, a compassion kind of exercise is really important for you. A compassion type meditation is really important for you. You're the kind of person who on the skin would get rosacea and eczema and inflammation and even peptic ulcers and ulcers in the mouth. These are all signs that you're being too hard on yourself. So you just need to take it down a notch. And you also want to avoid hot, spicy food when you're feeling like that. You really want to go for quite mild food as much as you can. And salads are good for you. Summertime, so good for you to have salads. Now, then we have the final dosha type, which is Kapha. Kapha people have phenomenally good skin, really beautiful, glowy skin, big eyes, voluptuous lips, and gorgeous glossy hair. Now, they are also very kind, compassionate people. Mother Earth, they're the energy of Earth. Really, really kind, lovely people. But what happens with them is that if they don't look after themselves, they tend to become quite lethargic. Yeah, when they're in balance, sorry, I jumped again. When they're in balance, they're the ones with the best memory. They take longer to do something, but they do it right. They have the most endurance. They're strong. They are they care about doing things well, and they care about everyone. Really, really kind, compassionate people. They don't want arguments, but if they are imbalanced, it can lead to feeling quite lethargic and low, and the skin can get quite prone to acne, can become quite oily. And they feel sad. And at a time like this, can be really good for kapha, because actually being at home and at a slower pace is their natural set point. They like that, but it could be almost too slow for them to the point that they find it hard to get motivated. So it's really important for them, again, to walk, to do any endurance exercise, like getting on their bike if they can.
Can you recommend a brand for a copper drinking bottle?
Oh, that's a really good question. I wonder if Look Fantastic have them. Have you tried? What we'll do is we'll send Look Fantastic an email later, and we'll recommend a few people if you check back with them. But check on their site, because they may well have one. That's a really good question. And I'll give you a tip on that right now, actually. If you are what we call a Vata dosha and you're imbalanced in that, put a copper coin, a clean copper coin, in a glass of water at night and drink it in the morning, because that's your minerals that have been infused in that water. So just a penny, clean penny, put it in at night, drink it in the morning. There's your minerals. If you're imbalanced in pitta, which is this, this fiery energy, this very strong person, put a silver coin in at night, because that's the metal that you need, the mineral that you need. If you're deficient in kapha, which is the grounding energy, and you're feeling lethargic and listless, then you want to put gold in your cup of water at night, and in the morning drink it. It could be a gold piece of jewellery that you own, that you leave in, but make sure it's only for you, it's your energy, and just do that every night and you're replenishing the minerals. It's a very easy thing to do. So that's love the copper advice. Pleasure, yeah, it's a simple thing that any of us can do. And actually what I'll tell you is that most of Ayurveda is very, very, very simple. Now, I've told you sort of what to look out for when you're imbalanced, but how do you know that? Why do you get imbalanced? There are many different reasons that you might get imbalanced. Now, what we tend to do in the West is if we have acne on our forehead, we'll go to the doctor for a prescription and he'll give you a cream for your forehead. But what's actually caused that acne is the scalp being very oily, leading to dandruff, which is then causing acne on the forehead. So we always go back to the root cause. You don't look at the end result. You look at, well, why did that happen? You go way back, and that's how healing comes. Yeah, my lovely 16-year-old son's helping me with questions.
A question, if you look. I don't know if you know the answer.
I have cirrhosis on my face. Can you recommend anything? Well, that is largely pitta imbalance. So again, if you look on our website, you'll see we have an analysis tool there, and it will confirm that you're pitta. You should actually go and see a practitioner, because what I'm giving you is quite an elementary bit of advice today, because we don't have much time and I'm not meeting you. If I were meeting you face to face, I would do things like take your pulse. I would look at your family history. I would look at your tongue. Even the tongue tells you a lot about imbalances. But what I can tell you is I would suggest that it's a pitta imbalance. So look for a pitta pacifying diet. Look for pitta pacifying, foods and lifestyle.
I'm getting dry skin for staying indoors. Any advice?
Yes, dry skin, yes, because we're not getting the fresh air that we need. Now, dry skin is generally a Vata imbalance, and what you want to do for that is eat quite nourishing foods. Actually, we would say even to take a spoon of olive oil in the morning, we would say a spoon of ghee, to actually drink it, and massage. It's massively important for you. When we go through what I would recommend you do during the course of a day, I'll go over with you the importance of massage. And even if you only massage your feet, because the healing reflexes are in your feet, even that is super important. Now, what happens with dry skin and any skin imbalances, there are toxins in the body that we need to move out, and that's what we're coming to next. Mana, feel free to ask questions as we go, yeah? That's what we're coming to next. So why do we have these imbalances, or propensity to these imbalances? We have them because we have toxins in the body. Why do we have toxins in the body? We call it ama. We have toxins in the body for many reasons. It's because we're not digesting our food properly. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you can carry on.
I have very dry elbows, very itchy and achy, and very itchy and flaky. Is that the same thing?
Yes, dry elbows as well. And when you massage, ladies and gents, what you want to do is you want to use long strokes on your arms, and you want to use circular strokes on your elbows, and pay good attention to massaging there. And that really will help. But what will help more is to do these things that we're going to talk about to get rid of the toxins in your body.
I've burnt my shoulders and face being in the garden. What's the best gentle moisturiser I can use on burnt skin?
Oh, bless. Okay, well, you want a cooling moisturiser on burnt skin. You want to go very, very easy on it. I think if you look through Look Fantastic's website, you'll probably be able to key it in by type of skin concern. But something like chamomile would be good for you, something really soothing and cooling. Oh, that's not pleasant. Yeah, I would say something like chamomile and just a gentle lotion. Yeah. So we have toxins in the body. So what happens is, when you have a cold, that's your body saying, I need to release toxins. Now, what we do, again, is we'll go to the pharmacy and we'll get something for our cold. When what we should be doing, or if you're like my teenage son, he may just go, which is not good. So what you want to do is you want to blow your nose and say, okay, that's all right, I have a cold. I need to rest. I need to blow my nose. I need to have hot drinks. And I need to flush out these toxins because my body is telling me that I need to flush out the toxins. And that's a good thing.
What Star Skin products do you use?
Star Skin? I don't know what Star Skin is. What is Star Skin, people? I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I don't know. If you can tell me what that is, then I'll let you know. But if Star Skin is a brand, then I'm sorry, I don't use that brand. I use our brand. Okay, so why we get toxins? We get toxins because it's not just about not eating right, it's eating on the move. So have you ever seen people walking and eating? That is not good for your digestive system. Yes, Marnie?
What's your morning ritual?
I'm going to tell you my morning ritual, and I hope it's going to be your morning ritual, and it's really going to help you. So, in fact, I'll get onto the ritual quickly because I think it really will help all of you. So, the reason we get toxins, we will be eating on the run. We will be eating not right for our body type. It's not so important. It's best to eat seasonal, local, organic food. But there's no point eating seasonal, local, organic food if you're eating it on the run, or while you're eating it, you're cursing somebody. So how you think really does impact on your digestion. Stress really impacts on your digestion.
Are you going to do night routine after that?
Yes, I'll do a quick night routine as well. Would you like me to get to that routine now, everybody? I'm happy to get to a routine now if that's what you would like.
Morning and night.
Morning and night, yeah. I can tell you the morning and night routine that will help, but if I talk about the toxins for a minute, what you're trying to do it's like when you put milk on the pan to boil. When it's simmering, that's the first sign that there's an issue, like a cold. That simmering is the first sign that there's an imbalance in your body. So don't go to the pharmacy at that point. Try and just rest and let it naturally do its thing. Now, if you ignore that cold and you're constantly giving yourself antibiotics, you're suppressing it, so it then becomes a bigger issue. So now imagine the milk, you've left it and it's now come to the very top of the pan. It's bubbling at the very top and it's looking like it's about to bubble over. That's when you're going to get things like diabetes. That's when you get second stage of toxins causing disease in the body. Now, you've ignored it again. And what happens now is it boils over. And now the milk has curdled. And this is when you get things like arthritis and you'll get much bigger problems. So we want to make sure we don't even get to that point. And it's by constantly really checking in on these things that are happening in your body and making sure that you learn about yourself and make sure you nip it in the bud at the very first stage.
So 2 questions. First, can you tell us any detox drinks and soothing juice for cough and cold?
The best thing to have for cough and cold and for anything really is warm water. Warm water with lemon is the best thing you can have throughout the day. And add a bit of ginger if you've got a cough and a cold, because it's going to help you with your immunity. It's going to energize you.
Speak up a bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, have warm water with ginger and lemon.
How can you clear slight congestion on the chest in the morning and then do the ritual?
Okay, so the best way to clear congestion really is sorry, I should speak louder. Sorry. The best way to clear congestion is to actually breathe properly. What we don't do is we restrict the breath, and that's what causes problems inside. So I'll talk you through a really lovely ritual that will help you with that. What we'll do first, I'm going to do a breathing exercise with you, which is kind of like a meditation that will give us an opportunity to pause, interfering with the questions. Okay, so let us do a quick breathing and meditation exercise. If you can all just get relaxed, if you're sitting cross-legged, sit cross-legged, sit however you're comfortable. We're going to do 10 counts of this, and this is something I would recommend you do in the morning.
Does this help with headaches?
Sorry, huh?
Does it help with headaches?
Helps with everything. Now, I won't answer your questions at this point. My son will save them up because I want you to get into the flow of breath. Okay. So what you want to do, all we're going to do is you follow my count. You don't have to do anything else. Get really comfortable and close your eyes. And what you're going to do, you're going to breathe in really good energy that is going to heal the body, bring you energy wherever you need it. And when you exhale, you're going to be taking out all the stuck energy that's causing you to restrict your breathing and feeling bunged up and unwell. So, everybody eyes closed. I can't see you, but I have to trust you that you're listening. So close your eyes. Close your eyes and completely relax your body. Relax your mind. You've got nothing to do. I'm here for you to relax. Absolutely nothing else to do. So I'm going to ask you to breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 6. Yeah. So follow me now. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in for the last time. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let it go. Now, you can gently open your eyes if you've had them closed. Hopefully everything is feeling a little bit lighter. We did that quick and we only did it for a short time, but that's something any of you can do. Any of you can do it. Just in your mind, count your breaths, or just follow your breath. You don't even have to count. You can just listen to your breathing in and listen to your breathing out. So next time you're feeling anxious, do that. Next time you're feeling tight in the chest, do that. Just stop and breathe.
The big thing was the morning ritual.
The morning ritual. So we'll begin that now. So in the morning, you've got a very different routine now to when you were going to work. Hopefully you are still working, and if you are not, then it's quite challenging to build routines. So having this morning and evening routine is super important. So in the morning, as you get out of bed, first thing you want to do is give thanks. It's a very, very big, important prayer to just give thanks. Think of anything you can give thanks for. It might be your comfy bed. It might be the fact that you've woken up and you're breathing well. You've got the sun is shining. Whatever it is, find reasons to be grateful. Then grab yourself some hot water and lemon. It doesn't have to be boiling hot. Warm water and lemon is really good because it clears the system of the toxins that have been building up overnight. What I do is I brush my teeth and I scrape my tongue. You can buy tongue scrapers on Amazon, pretty much anywhere. And again, some of you may wake up and find you have a furry white tongue. That's just a sign of the toxins being on your tongue. And again, what you don't want to do is put them back into your system. So you want to scrape your tongue. Once you've scraped your tongue, have a good gargle. We do gargle with oil. You do it with sesame oil or with coconut oil. And you want to swish it around your mouth. And actually that's really good for getting your muscles working and toning your muscles and reducing the tension in the face. So that's really a very simple thing that you can do. Then you want to ideally have a meditation practice. The sort of thing I did now, you can look for one online. If you're a Vata imbalanced sort of person, you'll suit doing a guided meditation. Otherwise, you could do repeating a sound in your mind, any kind of sound that feels comfortable to you, a word. It could be a saying, I am love, whatever you want to say, or following your breath, or the 1, 2, 3, 4 like we did. Anything that will just still the mind is really important. So start off with a couple of minutes. It doesn't have to be that long. 2-3 minutes is fine. Build up to 5, build up to 10, build up to whatever you're comfortable with. You want to do some sun salutations, a little bit of yoga. There's some brilliant classes online now. So that would be a very easy thing to find.
Is it good to consume lemon juice in the morning?
It's very good to consume lemon juice in the morning. You want to have lemon in your water. If you've got a Vata imbalance, go easy on the lemon. You don't want too much. And actually lime is better than lemon if you have it.
Some say it creates acidity in the empty stomach.
No, lemon is good. But as I say, if you've got a Vata imbalance, then you want to go easy on it. And lime is better for you than lemon. But personally, at the moment, I'm just having hot water. That's good enough. Or warm water, and I have that throughout the day. You don't want to be gulping water, you just want to be sipping it throughout the day. So another thing that's really good to do in the morning is to do a kind of brain dump. A lot of us are feeling a lot of fear at the moment. Now, 90% of our thoughts are repetitive thoughts that we have every day, and they're unconscious thoughts. Things that haven't even happened. We start, but what if this happens? What if that happens? What if my phone runs out through Insta Live? Well, it's not going to because it's on 40%. So it's a pointless thought to have. But we have these pointless thoughts that clog up our mind. And so if in the morning you get into a habit of writing them down on a piece of paper, anything that comes into your mind, you can then release it. And that's a really good thing to do.
Is tea bad in the morning?
I would not have tea before having hot water. I wouldn't have anything before having hot water. I like to have 1 coffee a day. I enjoy my coffee. And again, we would say, 80-20 rule. Have something that you enjoy every day. There's nothing wrong with that. You just don't want to go overboard on anything. So I wouldn't have tea first thing. I would have hot water and then have your tea. So you want to do a little bit of sun salutations as well. You can find some really good ones online. You want to then have a little massage, as we were saying, a bit of body brushing and a massage. So dry body brushing. And if you have the time, massage yourself with oil, working into the heart. So you want to go in long strokes, like I said, working towards the heart. Massage, again, towards the heart from each area of your body. And what you want to do, massage your tummy as well, because it's really good to get the digestion moving. Do your first massage in an anti-clockwise direction round on your tummy, because that gets the colon moving, which means that anything you've got stuck in there comes out. You don't want it stuck in there. And then you want to go clockwise, and then you finally go anti-clockwise again. So do that on your tummy for a good 5 minutes if you can. Another really good thing that you can do is, our body is full of these energy points, and when reflexology, like acupuncture, you're touching the energy points, you're unblocking the energy. We have a similar thing in Ayurveda called mama points, and they're the points in the body where energy gets stuck. And a simple way to work on your digestion, there's an energy point here. So you want to go in a clockwise direction and really firmly press on that area, and that helps with your digestion. And in your feet, kind of, where the foot dips between the sole and the heel, there's an energy point there. If you massage there, that helps with immunity. So that's a really good simple thing to do. And another really simple thing, even simpler, is if you just do this with your hands in the morning or evening, afternoon, whenever you get a moment. That also helps with releasing blocked energy in the body. So just do that, and it will really, you'll find it revitalizes you as you're sitting at your desk. That's a really simple thing to do. And then at night time, you've had your day. Many of you obviously are working at home in a small confined area. Many of us are. The thing you want to do is, as soon as you finish work, put away all your cables, put away all your work. Even if it's a pain to put it out the next day, it really is out of sight, out of mind. So put it away, and then go and have a bath. Our healing salts are incredible, because again, when you're sitting by a computer all day with radiation, you lose a lot of minerals from your body, and our salts then replenish those minerals. So have a bath in healing salts, give yourself a massage again, write a gratitude list again, do a little meditation again, and then you're set for a lovely evening. What's that, Molly?
What else with cold feet at night?
Cold feet at night, that's the Vata imbalance. Give yourself a massage and stick to those warming foods that we talked about. Cold feet is because Vata is all about the nervous system, and your nervous system, the energy is not getting to those parts of your feet. So go onto our website, look at a Vata pacifying diet and tips for Vata, and you'll find what to do about cold feet.
Maybe the nighttime ritual?
So nighttime really is, as I said, you just want to have a bath. You want to really, every night before going to bed, write a brain dump again. If you're thinking about things in the day, it's a really good idea to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to get to that at night, because that's what I'm going to make half an hour for, just to write my brain dump stuff. So write it on a piece of paper at night, release it, let it go. You don't want to sleep with that. Make sure you don't have your phone in your room. And before you go to bed, fine to have a nice sort of warm drink. Triphala and ashwagandha are two really good herbs for boosting the immunity and strengthening the mind. So you can have those before bed as well.
She's been asking for a while how to find your inner peace.
How to find your inner peace. Meditation's a really big way. You've got to stop the chatter, because not having inner peace, you're being given such a brilliant opportunity at the moment to find your inner peace, because there's nowhere to run. You can't escape into... My phone, I think, has it ended?
Yeah.
Oh, I think my phone's about to run out of battery. So inner peace, the only way you're going to find it is to really sit with whatever you're feeling. If you have thoughts that keep coming in, say to them, okay, fine, hello thought. Yeah, I heard you. Okay, goodbye thought. And just keep pushing them away. Just say, okay, I heard you. We're done now. And if you're feeling pain in your body and anxiety in your body, breathe, like I said, and feel it. Because it's not going to go if you keep pushing it away. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll get busy on Instagram. And that's a way of pushing it away. I feel pain. Quickly, let me look at Instagram. I feel pain. Quickly, let me go to the fridge. No, just sit with it. I feel pain. I'm going to sit with it. And pretty soon it's going to go. And that's the best thing you can do. And meditate. I think that covers it really. If there's anything...
One more thing.
Yeah.
Daniela Pierce seems a bit annoyed. I think she needs to chill out.
Oh, bless. My son is saying Daniela's annoyed. I'm sorry you're annoyed, Daniela. I hope that you've got something out of this, all of you. And if you want to learn more about Morley, please look on Look Fantastic. And if you want to learn more about your dosha, you can go to our website. And there you'll be able to see which products suit your dosha. And you can go back to Look Fantastic to buy them. And it's been lovely, lovely connecting with you. Thank you, everybody, so much. Take good care. Bye.